I get to show you guys exactly, like, maybe it was something that the 49ers did, maybe it was something that, you know, maybe Tua just missed his throws. Could be as simple as that. But you know what? Let's get into it. So without further ado, and don't forget guys, like, subscribe, ring the bell. And if you guys like this, we'll be going live. Normally it's gonna be Tuesdays. Had to do it Wednesday this week. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think. We'll get right into it. All right, so obviously this is kickoff here. Oops, let me hit the pause button on the music there. Whoopsie. But all right, so let's go ahead and get started here. Kickoff, nothing special. We'll roll right through this. Honestly, guys, I would skip it, but then it just gets all blurry. So, yeah. For whatever reason. I don't know. All right, so first play of the game. Well, let's show you that motion again. Let's get in the motion. I want to show you guys the motion. Because the first play of the game, we all know what happened. Took it 75 yards to the house. But I want you guys to see what happens before. So, you have Tyreek Hill in motion. Obviously, you got these four guys rushing. This guy looks like he's ready to feast all day long. He didn't, but you know. I'll show you why a little bit later. So he moves, obviously in man-to-man. And just, boom. That was just broken coverage. He thought he had safety help. He did not, and he's just gone. Just bye-bye. So simple. So simple. Mike McDaniel does these things too. You can see him shift. Gone, bro. He did not have his man. It was this guy. He thought it was a run play. He almost made up for it. He almost got down to like the 2-yard line, you know. Hey, hustle. This is why I don't skip ahead, guys. This is why. Why do you do this to me? Why are you blue screen? Why is it blue screen? Oh man. We'll go back to you guys to see my beautiful face real quick while I go ahead and assess these technical difficulties. But yeah, anyways. So I'm gonna try to do this every Tuesday, guys, around 6 p.m. Got pushed back to today at 7 p.m. But you know what? Tuesday 6 p.m. I'll be doing this stream, breaking down the films from the previous game. Let me know how you guys like it. If you want me to continue this, if you don't want me to do it at all. So yeah, that's it. Go ahead through here. Man, it just doesn't want to cooperate with me today. Back to it so you guys can see. I'm gonna skip through that. All right, so here we got kickoff. Nothing special about kickoff. Ray McLeod is actually so good, bro. He really is. Just like we had excellent kick coverage for like the one time this season on this. Sam McGuavin actually made a play. Hey. All right, so what we got here? No motions at all, straight run play. Zach Sealer and Christian Wilkins just blow it up, bro. Like, okay, 2-yard gain, whatever. Just, bro. Look at this freak of nature right here. Just gets it. He throws a guy to the side and goes to get the tackle. And then Zach Sealer just pile drives through his guy. Look at this. Bad throw. Ayuk can't get it in. Now, one matchup that I was really worried about going into this game was Ayuk and Cater, because obviously there's a big size difference. And I was just worried about if Ayuk can high point that ball, then it's going to be really tough for Cater to break it up. Dolphins went with a 6-man rush there. Like, when Jimmy was in the game playing, they didn't make any adjustments after Jimmy left the game, and I'll show you. They played a lot of man to start this. Look at this. All of this man-to-man. Everybody's just covered. Gets it into Ayuk. Just a great play by Ayuk. Beats Xavier Howard. Xavier has struggled on these routes all year long. The inside, but that's not his game either. He's not a slot corner, and that's why he struggles on that. He's not the guy that's gonna go side to side. He'll go up and down the field, but he struggled with that a lot this year. He's been exposed for that this year, and we've seen it in multiple games. Let me pause this real quick. We've seen it in multiple games this year where he's just been beat side to side like that. That's really where Needham excelled. That's where Cater is actually pretty good too. But that's where those two players just excelled at, was those drag routes. That's what it's called, drag route. Jeez, slipped my brain for some reason. Yeah, so those little drag routes, they get Xavier Howard a little off his game. So they obviously picked up the first down there with Ayuk gone. But, great play there by the defensive line. Raekwon Davis, just a monster of a human being. What we got here, just gone. But look at Holland, bro. He's so good. Holland is so good, bro. He's so good. Look at McCaffrey's burst. You see how wide open that hole was? Look, you'll see it better from this angle. Just look at how wide open that hole was. It's a little blurry. But look at that. Just boom. And Christian Wilkins, just a monster of a human. He really is just a monster of a human. I really wish that this wouldn't tint down. But working with what we got, guys. Once again, man-to-man all over the place. They actually dropped, and you'll see this play. This this play really, like, I don't know how this worked. Because maybe it was just the timing of it. But if I'm Josh Boyer, I am never, ever doing this again. Watch Melvin Ingram, Jerome Baker, and Landon Roberts. Bro. Even Jalen, I didn't recognize Jalen Phillips the first time I watched this. But bro, you have all four of your rushing linebackers. That's what they are. They're rushing linebackers. They're gonna get in there. They're gonna go for the sacks. They're pass rushers. And you're throwing them in coverage? Like, don't get me wrong. So, Jerome Baker, I love the guy. He's such a great guy. In pass coverage, he's so close. He's literally on top of his man. Except as soon as the ball's released, he doesn't play the ball at all. And that's what gets him in trouble. Luckily that didn't happen in this game, but we've seen it happen over and over and over again. Jerome Baker in coverage, just absolutely on the guy, hand up, and it's called pass interference because he's not turning around for the ball. He's not looking for the ball. He's glued onto the guy because he has the speed and athleticism to keep up with them, like a basic route runner. I mean, Christian McCaffrey's not your basic route runner though. He's literally a wide receiver. He's a wide receiver who could play a running back. He's a running back who could play wide receiver. He's a running back that can play quarterback. Bro, stick him at safety. He might have made that tackle against Gronk. Oh, again, Kenny and Drake. You guys know what I mean. But yeah, I mean, Roberts actually made a great play on that coming back. You'll see here. Oh, that's a different play. Never mind. Apologies. They dropped Christian Wilkins into coverage this time. That was actually the play that Jimmy G got hurt. But Christian Wilkins, bro. Like, why are you dropping that man into coverage? Just what are you doing there, bro? I mean, it caught him off guard and it worked. So actually, I don't mind that. If you think about it, you're keeping the offense off balance. Because if your best guys drop into coverage like that, you're not going to be able to, you know, predict, oh yeah, he's coming 100% of the time. And they fooled him. They brought Baker and dropped Wilkins. So whoever was supposed to go to Wilkins was like, yo, where the hell do I go? Since when is a defensive tackle going to coverage? Crazy. Obviously, the kick was good. Let's see if I can fast forward through here. Yeah. I think he actually brought this one out, so we'll watch this one. Yeah, he did. Actually, a decent return from what I recall. And back to the 24. But yeah, it's like, I don't know, man. Our special teams this year, like, let me show you what's wrong with our special teams this year. It's the lack of blocking. All these guys, the ball's about to be caught. All these guys are still running backwards. Not a single one of them has their heads turned besides these two guys. He's starting to get his head around. Look, they get their heads around now as the ball is caught. There's these three guys that have no guy on him. He got beat. That's Tyndall, by the way. Love Tyndall, but like, bro, no. Van Ginkel, love Van Ginkel. You literally could not find someone I go to bat for more than Van Ginkel on this defense. Besides maybe Igbo, but I think I'd defend Van Ginkel more. Yeah, he's already beat. Tyndall's already beat. This guy's running wide open. He's about to be blocked by him. You're coming inside to here. Looks like he's actually going towards this guy. They're looking more towards the outside. He's looking inside. Like, he goes towards the outside, but like, bro, this is not well blocked at all. Like, at that point, bro, you're already beat. Turn around and get this guy. You're already beat. Actually, you could probably push this guy to the side and create a hole here. So, if he just turned around, Van Ginkel turned around and blocked this guy. Well, he needed to get juked out. That's a block in the back. That is a block in the back. How was that not called? I'm spending way too much time on a kickoff, but our special teams has been so bad this year, and this is why. And it's like, oh yeah, you want your stars on special teams, but if your stars aren't good special teams players, then what's the point of having them on special teams? Oh, I'm sorry, that's Clayton Fedgelin. And, bro, it's not good football. So we see Tua hesitate here. Obviously, the pre-snap motion. You have Alec Ingold. I believe that's Jeff Wilson, not the one. Okay, so that's Mostert. Hill's going to go in motion here. I can't see that if they have... Okay, so he's open here, but I believe the communication was that he was supposed to run out. So he hesitated and then he threw it out, and Hill never made that cutback. Great angle on it. Surprised it didn't get picked off. Now he's talking trash. But yeah, that was his first read. He was open. So, and Tyreek at all kill. I'm not even sure if you guys want to watch this utter miss by Connor Williams. Arguably our best offensive lineman besides Tron Armstead. Bro. I get you're pulling the guard. What is Greg Little supposed to do here? Did he not know the play? Did he not know the play? You don't have to cover the... Where does he go? What, bro, what are you doing? There's no way that Connor Williams is supposed to be taking that guy on one-on-one, right? No way, right? Bro, just chip him. Chip him. Touch him. Go, doop. Throws him off a little bit. That's all you need. And I don't know what hole you were looking at, buddy. The hole was here. That was the hole. That was the hole. Oh my God. Can we get Tony Pollard? Where's the vision, bro? Where's the vision? Man, I can always say this after the fact, and I'm not the running back. I can't really see what he sees. But that, I mean, that's as good as I can get for you guys. This one was just an insane play by Fred Warner. And I would just like to say how good it really was. Like, double team, double team, double team. He's holding his own here. That stunt by... Bro. I can't. What? So when your playbook... We have a lot of playbook. A video maintains from stream. So sorry guys about the stream being a little wacky. Hopefully it fixes itself. But yeah, so I mean, I don't really know what you can do here. Like, most of our plays are between 15 and 20 yards. We lead the league in, or last in the league in yards after catch. So most of our throws are 15 yards downfield. Well, it takes the receivers approximately like 2 seconds to get down there. In order to get open, you got to give them at least 3 seconds or so if you're getting 15 yards downfield. You have to be able to give Tua that time. And Ingold, or that was Smythe. Smythe smacked him, but smacked him so hard that he did a stupid good spin move on Brandon Shell, and he just couldn't catch up. Honestly, Robert Jones could have switched. I don't know if he could have. That might have been holding. That might have been holding, not gonna lie. And it was just a good play by Fred Warner. That throw has to have a natural touch on it, right? Let's see this awful tackling. Like, even the tackle that got him out of bounds, it was really bad. So let me pause this so you guys can see my face. See my face. Look at me. Look at me. So those kinds of passes over the middle need to go over the linebackers but have enough velocity on it to get there quickly. So those are really probably the most difficult throws to make in the NFL, are the ones that are those it's not really a touch pass. Because Tua struggles with touch passes, and he's gotten the look where the linebackers are a little bit more closer to the line usually, and so with the linebackers playing a little bit further back, that does mess with him a little bit because he doesn't have, rather than going like over like this, he has to go over like this, and it's a really difficult throw. He can make it. There's not really an excuse. I'm just telling you the reason why he missed it is because he just messed up on his touch. It's a difficult throw. He's been making it all year long. I expect him to continue making it all year long. He just didn't make it in this case. here, just bro, the awful tackling. Like even look at this tackle. Look at this, bro. Wrap him up. This Purdy's first snap. It was, bro, Eric Rowe. Get this man off the. I promise you guys. I promise you guys. We can find a better safety in free agency right now, than Eric Rowe. I know he's coming off that, you know, that good game against Houston where he knocked the ball free with that big hit. But he's just like, you'll see the amount of missed tackles he had this game, and it's just like, get him off the field. Like, why did he play so much and Verone McKinley only played like 7 snaps on defense if this is what he's putting on tape? Like, how can you look at this as a coach, and be like, yeah, you have 5 missed tackles to play you over the guy that can actually, you know, tackle. You know, Verone McKinley's a much smaller person, and this is a larger team, so they're harder to tackle. But I'd much rather have the smaller guy that can, you know, put his whole puts like no effort into a tackle. I'm sorry, like look at the effort that this guy just, like, bro, come on. Whatever, man. They didn't throw a lot of motions at us in the first quarter, actually. I'm looking at this. They don't have a lot of motions. I remember them having a lot more motions than I'm seeing so far. That was a good run by McCaffrey. Once again, poor tackling on our part. There was a motion. Okay, it just didn't show it on the tape. See, that's the one thing I hate about these tapes, is that it doesn't show enough of the pre-snap. So they motioned the tight end over. No one really moved. Double team. Good secondary block. He's chasing from behind. If he ran above, that hole's not there. Now, you can always say that after the fact, like, but you have to be able to have that speed to get there. Baker does have that speed, but this got clogged up to the point where he couldn't get there. That hole was just too open. It was a good effort by Wilkins and Davis to get their arms in there to slow him down just a little bit so Van Ginkel could jump on top. Great stunt there, but didn't get home. These quick throws, bro. What? He was lined up at receiver. Keon Crossland's there. Great stunt by Davis. Had Duke Riley in one-on-one coverage against Christian McCaffrey. That's just not a good thing. It's not. Okay, this one, I want to point out to you guys something. And you're not going to be able to see it in this view, you'll see it in this view. So they do this multiple times in this game. And you'll see later on. They motion Debo. Linebackers obviously have to shift over for him. They snap the ball. The whole play is going to the right here. Everybody's like, oh, hey, yeah. There's supposed to be a linebacker here. That is what Roberts is thinking. That's what Eric Rowe was thinking. Javon Holland's starting to come down a little bit over here as he sees that the ball was handed off. But the other linebacker went with Debo. Now, if you're going to play man-to-man like they were, you need to have... What I didn't like that they didn't shadow this game. Now, I felt like if they shadowed, they might have done a lot better. Because when you shadow someone, then you have the good things and the bad things. So this is one of the bad things, or one of the bad things that when you don't shadow. So when you shadow someone and you go across the formation, they can actually like catch you behind all your linebackers and linemen and get an easy completion, and all you is pretty much chasing to the sticks and whoever gets there faster. So that's the bad thing about shadowing. The good thing is that this doesn't happen. Van Ginkel was rushing towards the quarterback from this side. No one had this whatsoever. This is what Roberts had. Roberts went with, or Roberts is there. That's what Baker had. Baker went with Debo. Holland made a good tackle there. It could have been gone for so long. He knows it. Jordan Mason knows it. That was... Everybody was open on that one. I want to look at that again. They faked it. He's got a free one to the quarterback. What are you doing? He doesn't know that the ball was was faked. Now he does. Now he's backing up. Oh, this is zone. This is how much we suck in zone, guys. This is how much we suck in zone coverage. This man's just running away from Roberts. Now this guy is 2 guys in his zone. Backing up because he realizes, like, hey, I gotta, protect the touchdown. Forget that guy. I have to protect the touchdown. Now the pass is thrown. Now he has to come up. Luckily, that was a badly thrown ball because of Zach Sealer. Bro, Zach Sealer saved this play. Like, that was a touchdown, bro. That was a touchdown. This guy was running so open. You can't see it from this angle, but you saw it from the previous angle. He was so open. Eric Rowe was dropping back. Debo was open underneath. Debo breaks that tackle right there. All he has to do is go through Holland. Holland obviously makes that tackle, but still. That's X. My bad. But still, that's just... I don't understand how we're that bad in zone. I don't. I really don't. Everybody's just like, oh... Like... Son of a... Yeah. Great play. This is my favorite play. I saw the route the whole way when I was watching the game. It was such a lazy fake by Purdy too. Look left. I mean, X was just glued to him the whole time. It was just not an goodly. I don't know. This was actually a fantastic play by Cater that, goes. This was a 3rd down, by the way, guys. 3rd down, key moment in this first quarter, by the way. It is a 7-3 game. It is a 7-3 game. This was called pass interference. That was called pass interference, bro. Now, if they want to call holding he had a little tug here when he released, sure, but the flag wasn't thrown there. The flag was thrown here. Clearly playing the ball. I mean, bro, we all saw it. That was a ghost of a penalty. And they just, like, moved the ball up here. Like, come on now. And then it was just so easy for CMC. I'm not even sure what happened on this play. Let me look. I want to see the end zone view. Okay. In motion deep. That's the thing about having someone like Debo. If Debo didn't play in this game, I think that we win even with how badly we performed on offense. Strictly for what Debo did for this offense. This is why you paid the man. This is why you refused to trade the man. Emotions over here. It shifts every single person. Every single one. Juszczyk has a late... Whoops. Juszczyk comes over late. You'll see. So he's lined up over here. He faked right and he came back late to the left. It's a good block on Chubb. Trent Williams actually whiffed on Baker, and Baker pretty much got dragged because he just got a foot. CMC just has that good burst, you know. The amount of missed tackles, man, I don't know what's up with us. I don't. It's crazy. Like, how does Chubb not wrap him up right here? Oh, I'm sorry. I missed the use check. I didn't have the use check thing from the other angle. I apologize, Chubb! This is awful here. But, it's much easier to see in this view anyway. Clear up. Please clear up. Oh my lord. What are we watching? Clear up, please. So we saw Debo motion, or that was use check motion again over here. Watch Holland. That's Holland's guy. Holland's just looking back here. Doesn't realize use check's out here. He's watching for a run. They just had two good run plays. Holland got caught sleeping pretty much. Got caught watching the run. Just let his guy go. That was 100% on Holland. I guarantee he went back and was like, my bad, boys. And yeah, it is your bad. It's also the rest bad because it should have been 7-6 at this point, given if he makes a 40-yard field goal rather than, 10-7 because of a stupid pass interference call. But yeah, hey, rest had nothing to do with this game, guys. Now, I will say that it was mostly, we beat ourselves, but the refs didn't help, and that's just a situation. That's a 10-6 game right there instead of, 7-6 game right there instead of 10-7. Just get stood up. I wanna see the back view. I wanna see. Okay, it's gonna be the front view. You're tackling him. You're double teamed. No one's going to the second level to get Fred Warner. Now Robert Jones is there getting Fred Warner. No one has Greenlaw. Greenlaw makes that tackle. Now let's take a look. Let's watch Greenlaw. Now that we know Greenlaw made the tackle, let's watch Greenlaw, see what he did. Watch Greenlaw here. Because no one gets to him. Unblocked. Unblocked. Alright, so we can clearly see first read not there. Second read definitely not there. Fourth read fell down. Fifth read wasn't there. Comes back, not there. Has to improvise a little bit. He tried throwing him open. I'll give him that. He tried throwing him open here. But you can see him go through his progressions, and he goes through them so quickly. Look, he's already read this. Fred Warner has that on lock. On lock. Flips his hips. He's on the floor. He's double covered. He's getting ready to throw this too. He hesitates. Because Warner's coming up over. Actually, you're not Warner. Wait. One of these is Hufanga, the other one's Warner. I don't know which one's which. I'm sorry. He's clearly covered. I mean, this ball, his route is coming over here. If he adjusted his route and went to this little spot here, he'd get blown up, but he had a chance of making the catch. Instead, but now you see Tua's running. He was trying to get back to his guy. Great play by the safety to come up. It looks like he came back too far in, Like, so he ran from right about here down into here, and the ball was thrown over here. So if he just ran to a straight line and maybe up, that's caught. He just kind of ran down towards, because he had the safety on top of him. So that's just a miscommunication between the two. I'm not gonna put that on Waddle. I'm not gonna put that on Tua. It's just I'm gonna put it on Tua. It's just a miscommunication. Miscommunications I always put on the quarterback. He wanted him to go up. See, from this angle, it just looks like an overthrow. But you can see from the other angle that, you know, he was trying to throw him open rather than, you know, even if it was an overthrow, I mean, that's just a good throwaway. Like, you have nothing there. Kill the play. So this is now, mind you, this is now third down. First one was with that run play. Second one was that pass play. Third down. Everybody's at the sticks. This ball's already out of his hands. The way he flips his hips is absolutely beautiful. This is just an inaccurate throw by him. But you could just the way he flips his hips, his mechanics, just boom, 1, 2, flip your hips. That's onto it. Waddle may have been able to catch that. It was like, you know, underneath. But yeah, force him to punt. Our punt crew is absolutely horrendous, as displayed by that. Yeah. Guys, how we enjoying the film breakdown so far? Oh, I got 2 likes. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Leave a comment if you're here. Let me know you're here. I keep getting that from YouTube telling me that my stream's all out of whack, so let me know how it's going for you guys. And our defensive line is so good. Just look at this. Look at this. It's such a beautiful thing. Melvin Ingram blows up that blocker. Sealer blows up that blocker. Bro, Sealer has one hand being held by Trent Williams, the best tackle in the league, and still makes the tackle with one arm. Look at that! Bro, pay the man. Please pay the man. Please pay the man. He's so good, bro. Look at this. Look at this. Incredible. But once again, you're here. I mean, he did such a good job. I'll give Purdy credit where credit's due. He did such a good job here of getting the ball out quick. We rushed how many on this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-man rush. 3 in a zone right here. Man on man here. Safety's out here. Cater got beat here fairly badly. He had a great hit, but even then you could see the size difference between the two made a big difference there in him having the ability to go like up and just, he doesn't have the length to compete with those guys, right? Like he can make up for it as his career matures on, but yeah. Great grip strength to be able to hold on to him. But yeah, just can't bring him to the ground. I love how McCaffrey just pushes his blocker, Kittle. He stiff arms his own blocker. Kittle comes, or Juszczyk comes across, Kittle's in there. Just You see from the other angle, he just goes boom, like get out of my way. Yeah, I'm a McCaffrey fan, guys. Give me a break. He's really good. This was an outstanding play by Wilkins too. Outstanding. Like they're like eat, let me eat. Oh, Wilkins, so good. Now let's not discount John Jerry over there in the middle. Good punt. Another really bad punt. Like it should have been, honestly, if you're punting from the 50-yard line. My opinion, as a professional punter, if you're punting from the 50, you should be able to get that thing on like the 9 or 5 or like get it to the 5. Like, yeah, that was out of. They gave him the 10 on that? Weird. Not a bad punt after all. Watch that angle again. This was, I mean, they just exposed him here. Look at butt naked open. He probably should have thrown the ball here. He probably should have thrown that to Gesicki. Gesicki wasn't his first read, though. That was Waddle. Waddle's got to come down with that. I know it's not the best throw in the world. You'll see from this angle, it's a little bit harder of a throw than it looks from the other angle. Getting it over the linebacker there and into Waddle should have been a little bit lower. Waddle got 2 hands on it, should have been able to make the catch. If he does hit him in stride, though, got a blocker here, you're gone. Similar to first play. Yeah, he knows it too. Cedric Wilson, hey, he's in motion. Boom, boom. What a catch by Smythe. I saw that, and I was like, yo! Just like, his route running, between his route running and Gesicki's run blocking, or just blocking period, has improved so much this year. Like, they both have become kind of like dual dynamic. I mean, obviously, Smythe still blocks better than he, runs routes and catches passes. And Gesicki obviously catches passes and runs routes better than he blocks. But they've gotten so much better at their weak spot, each of them. And it's really... Because last year, you couldn't have Gesicki in the game without... But once again, that was a miscommunication. If you really want to... You can look at it as an inaccurate throw. I look at it as a miscommunication. He expected Hill to break back there. Meanwhile, Hill saw the safety coming down and was like, oh, I can run past all of these guys. So, miscommunication between them there, but great awareness to be able to get around and catch that ball. That was the end of the first. We're out now into the second. This is the one of the 8 run plays that went absolutely nowhere. Now let's look as to why this went absolutely nowhere. We had Smythe come in on the inside. Bro, this is just... Hill missed his block. So Ingold's supposed to block this guy. Hill was supposed to keep on that guy. And you got a tackle on the linebacker there. So Fred Warner gets away from Little, which doesn't surprise me. I'm sorry, Little's probably... He's not even our best backup. Like he got replaced by Shell, who was signed to our practice squad earlier this year. Like, Shell wasn't even on the team to begin the year, and now he's the backup tackle. And Shell got now he's like 4th tackle now that we signed to Eric Fisher. Thank God for Eric Fisher. But yeah, so he missed that. Hill missed that, and Ingold made this mistake. So we'll go back into it. Ingold made this mistake here. He'll miss that block, which is his block. Ingold's got to recognize that and say, I got to go get this man now to get to here. If he blocks him, they get to here. Now he has to cut it back. He gets a somewhat... No, it was... He tries to chip him, and I don't even know why. Like, what was that by Ingold, honestly? Oh, you know what? Maybe he didn't see him. He didn't see him break free. From this angle, it shows you he didn't see him. But yeah, Hill missing his block there really blew this play up. I still feel like Ingold maybe could have chipped him or something. I don't know. Really, I mean, that's just playing catch, bro. That was just amazing from beginning to end there. I want to see what the defense looked like, actually. Hold up. They were in this set all game long, 4-3, cover 2. Had Sherfield open there. That's open right there, right now. That's a good throw right there. Jeez, look at that. Squeezes it in there. If Hill cuts that back. Actually, he did. That had the potential, bro. That had the potential. But watch how he threaded this needle, bro. About giving up on plays. He doesn't know when to give up on plays. That is his one thing that I wish he would fix. Because that's what gets him hurt. And best ability, is availability. So if he can't stay on the field by not taking hits, by throwing the ball away, not holding the ball too long when plays aren't there, by trying to break a tackle from a 350-pound lineman, he can get rid of that. This, honestly, mechanic-wise, I don't know if there's a better quarterback in the league. Now, obviously, there are some people that are, just as accurate. There's people that have bigger arms. There are some that have better anticipation. And by some, I mean like Mahomes, maybe. But even Mahomes took like 4 or 5 games this year to get used to his receivers. That, he doesn't have Hill anymore. He has Kelsey. Now, Juju's really good, don't get me wrong. But it takes a while to get used to a new receiver like that. Tua was doing it from day one. He worked with Hill, all offseason. He did his thing. And just look at that. Thread the needle. Look, he just got it barely over his hand. And allowed... The biggest thing also about this is that he allowed Hill to protect himself. So Hill didn't get blasted. Because once again, the best ability is availability. So if Hill gets blasted out of the concussion, then you're out. Your star receiver. Like, good quarterbacks don't put the receivers in harm's way. That is why, like, a lot of good wide receivers, they rather play with good teams than good quarterbacks rather than just chase the money bag. So, like, you don't want your quarterback getting you killed. Hill in motion again. Had a little sidearm flicker. His first read wasn't there. First read Sherfield up here. Hill wasn't there either. Gets the ball out so quick. This is why the 49ers only had 9 pressures all game long on like 35, I think it was 35 passing snaps. So it's pretty good, pretty good. I mean, 5-yard gain there, like, you take that. First down, you take a 5-yard gain. Yeah, you saw him 1, 2, 3. I don't want to hear about how Tua doesn't go through his reads. Probably one of the fastest in the league at going through his reads. Just because you don't see him go, like, turn his head to every receiver doesn't mean he's not going through his reads. He just went to his third read right here. He went 1 to Sherfield, 2 to Hill out here, and then 3 is Ingold. It's actually decent blocking by everybody but Little. You'll see Robert Jones, or Robert Hunt, sorry. Robert Jones is our left tackle. Robert Jones right there. Shout out to him for being a great backup left guard. By the way, guys, I completely forgot to mention this. Liam Eichenberg was just activated and able to practice. He is officially at practice, officially today, in a limited capacity. Y'all heard it here first. Liam Eichenberg is coming back. Now, he might not play this weekend, but he is coming back. Now, Robert Jones has been great for us at left guard. And by great, I mean he's been, as good as a backup can be. Now, Liam Eichenberg, I know everybody has their thing about him. He struggles a little bit in the pass game, but he really just struggles when Teron Armstead isn't next to him. When him and Teron Armstead are next to each other, I promise you it's like watching him back at Notre Dame. And hopefully, for the first time since like week 1, we'll be able to see them play next to each other. That was actually Robert Jones' guy, by the way. So Liam Eichenberg is actually so good, so good in the run game. The pass game is where he kind of struggles, and that's also Eric Fisher. That's his strong suit as well. Is the run game. So I can tell by the fact that they're activating him and they signed Eric Fisher that they really need to. They recognize that the offensive line isn't getting the push that it needs. To get this run game going. I mean, obviously they only had 8 rushes for like 5 yards or 10 yards this game. Something like that. Something so like ridiculously bad. Just once again, he's back here. 1, 2, not there. 3. It's gone. And look how he just slips this by. That's like 6 inches, by the way, guys. That's like 6 inches away from his hand. Like, I know it looks like a bigger margin, but I promise you couldn't fit another football in between the football and his hand. I don't know. He's so hot and cold. He's been one of the best centers in the league per PFF. And I take that with a grain of salt, man. Because I watched this. And that's a holding call, bro. That's holding all day long. There's great recognition by like Ingold how to like go through the 2 tackles. One went low, one went high. He kind of just slipped through, get an extra yard. Ingold slipped again. Bro, what is with him slipping on every single route he runs? Tua's just that good that he throws across his body while being chased by Nick Bosa. If y'all don't recognize how good this man is and how well he played, like, yeah, he had an off game. His off game against the best defense in the league was still 300 yards and 2 touchdowns. You can say anything you want about the 2 interceptions. You'll see later on that first interception was literally because Mostert slipped. Or Jeff Wilson slipped. Like, now the other one was completely on him, completely off target. But still. And you guys can say about the fumble or whatever, that was roughing the passer. I'll show you that too. We're not even halfway through the game here, baby. Let's get it going. We're almost an hour into this. How we doing? How's everybody feeling? I don't understand how people can just watch this. Like, look at this man. Bro, you're being chased down by Nick Bosa, and you throw across your body and hit the guy in the numbers. Like he did struggle at times, and I'll show you the ones that he struggled on. I'm sorry, but what is? I love Mike McDaniel, but what is his play design? You have Ingold throwing a chip block at Nick Bosa. Now, this is a point in time where I hope Tua gets to this point. The OGs, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, they see that. They're like, oh, Nick Bosa's on that side. Now, the play before this, Nick Bosa was on the other side. So if Nick Bosa was on this side, on the bottom side here, because he was on this side the play before. So now on this play, he's on the other side. I'm sorry, you don't... The OGs like Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, they would see that, and they would immediately change the play. I need Tua to get to that point. Because you cannot have a chip block by a fullback and then a chip block, missed chip block by a running back and take this sack. This is a touchdown, guys. This is a touchdown, by the way. Hill is about to split these two, and Tua was going to throw a dart. Tua was on fire this drive. He was threading the needle. Sack on third down. Take a field goal. 10-10. Just look. You have him lined up as a tight end. You motion Smythe. Smythe doesn't throw any kind of chip. Ingold chips and runs. Jeff Wilson just... Bro, look at Hill, bro. Look at Tyreek Hill. Look, Waddle's right there too. Like, bro, he has the options if he just doesn't have Nick Bosa in his face. Even then, this guy was roaring over because Greg Little blows. Greg Little, I know you're a nice guy, bro. Please get better at football. Please. Sanders, thank you for not missing. Appreciate you, homie. He kind of scared me with a couple of his extra points. This one was like down the middle, though. They let that go. We'll skip forward. But hey, if there's anybody in here, let me know how you like what I'm saying so far. Let me know. Let me know how you like my dolphin colored LED lights. I mean, we could change them, you know. Get that orange in here. Back to aqua. Alright, we just missed this play, so we'll go ahead and back up on it. McCaffrey shifts over here. Looks like Eric Rowe is now on him one-on-one. Nope. It's a run play anyway. I didn't see two backs in the backfield, actually. Oh, they had deep. They actually had three because they had use check. That's an interesting formation there. They had use check there. McCaffrey, they motioned over here, and then yeah, and then you have Debo in the back. Honestly, this was really well. There's no holes here. That's just toughness. Yeah, throw him back. Let's go. That was a really good run stop. But here he's just like has forever. Finds his guy, short gain, but that's the Dolphins' defense is extremely complicated, and it's the reason I think that they struggle a lot in like zone coverages, because they focus so much on the blitz packages or the defensive line packages, I should say. So you have over here, we ran a 4-3 earlier. Now we're running a 3-4. So you have, Chubb, Phillips, Roberts, Baker, Sealer, Jerry, and Wilkins. We need to pay this man. We need to pay this man. He's kind of underpaid, so I keep underpaying him. It's a good stunt, but it's just picked up, you know. But why do you have Chubb and Phillips in coverage? I mean, I've said it multiple times. Like, I get that it's to, you know, later in the game, blah blah blah. But I mean, I don't know, man. Oh, I didn't realize McKinley got hurt. I haven't seen the injury report this week, so I don't know if he's on it. You had Wilkins. You dropping Wilkins into coverage again? Jeez, bro. Look at this. Look, I do love this though. I love this. I love when the defense does this. You have all these guys on the line and you drop a couple back. And you don't know how many's dropping back. You don't know who's dropping back. I do like that. But he already knows where he's going with the ball. And, you know, it's just knocked out. Keon Crossan made a good play. Hey, look at that. Do, 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 do. Oh, don't give me troubles now. Don't do that. We're going so good. So good. So good. That's Sweet Caroline, by the way, guys. So Tua does have a bad throw here. A really bad throw here. But once again, why are we throwing chip blocks at Nick Bosa? Like, this is the type of things that throws Tua off. It's always Nick Bosa. And he just chucks it. He gets the ball away. He does good there. But it is a high throw. Waddle can't get to it. That, I argue, is... We'll watch it from over here. Y'all tell me if that's a late hit or not. That play injured Waddle. Y'all tell me if that's a late hit. Yeah, you want to see that again? Want to see that again? Y'all want to see it? I'll pause it as soon as he gets hit. He's 2 yards out of bounds when he gets hit. He's coming in there. Bro, he's 2 yards out of bounds. That's a 3 yard white zone there. He is halfway through. He is 2 yards. He's a yard and a half, 2 yards. And he just gets blasted right there. Absolutely blasted. You're a joke. This guy, a joke. A joke. The refs were so bad. Now, I have, so for 49ers fans, I have pointed out, which one, how many penalties were missed on us. I have shown that there was misholding calls against us. I have shown those. But those holding calls aren't as serious as that, as the ghost pass interference call. Like, I honestly, I rather play a full game where there's like nothing called rather than, a game where I touch you and it's a pass interference and I grab you and it's not a holding call. Like, you gotta be consistent. They were not consistent at all. Unfortunately, the majority of the bad calls went in the favor of the 49ers. They did have, obviously, later in the game, 2 bad calls for the Dolphins that ended up being challenged and overturned catches. But at least you can challenge those bad calls. you can't challenge a pass interference anymore. You can't challenge, you know, a roughing the passer call. Like, you can't challenge this. Yeah. You get my point, guys. Very late hit there. Not dirty, just a very late hit. Should have been flagged. They did a really good job. There was always someone open. So y'all are seeing this kind of y'all are seeing so far. It's kind of, you know, the Dolphins, they always have someone open. So it's great play designs as far as route running. But in the motion and everything else. Now I know everything takes into account, but you also have to take into account your chip blocking Nick Bosa, one of the best edge rushers in the game, who's coming to take off your quarterback's head. You got to understand that. You can't sit there and block him with chip blocks or backup tackles. You need a double team. That's just my 2 cents, guys. But we'll go again here. So block him straight up with Little does a decent job there. That is just I don't know if this is a bad throw. I keep going back and forth with myself between saying it's a bad throw and telling myself that it's a bad route by Wilson. So I'll let you guys help me decide here. Let me know in the comments if you guys get this far. We're how long are we in now? We're an hour and 15 minutes into stream. So at this point in time, Jeff Wilson's catch, was it on Tua or was it on Jeff Wilson? We'll show you where the ball's released. Ball's released right there. Where's Jeff Wilson? Jeff Wilson was over here when the ball was released. He looks up for it late. I'm officially putting this on Jeff Wilson. That's on Jeff Wilson. Watch him here. Ball's released. Ball was released way before. Now that's another thing though, is with elite anticipation, like what Tua had here. This guy watching Tua sees the throw is being made. He hesitates a little bit as to, oh, is it a comeback route? Or is it a go route? That's a go route there. He knows he has this guy on top. He tries to jump for this. I think he just runs more this way. That ball should have been more over here. But you're also playing, if he doesn't hesitate, he's right there on him. The outside's where you want that ball. So if he just contorts his body to the other side and goes from like this to this, he catches it. So yeah, I'm putting this on Wilson. Let me know who you guys put it on. Let me know if you guys put it on Wilson. Let me know if you guys put it on Tua. That was just, I don't know what that was. That's what that was. Tua got the ball out. Ooh, was that a little handsy there? Did he get a little handsy early? He was short of the sticks anyway. Well, it would have to have been pass interference, which is automatic first down. This is a good punt by Morstead. I wish it was a little bit further, but it was a good punt. It's running from the 20. I wish it was a little bit further. He should have booted that one. I think this is the drive. At this point, guys, it's still 10-10. This is the drive that kind of annoyed me the most. Do I need to say anything? Y'all see this, right? Y'all see this, right? The man dropped into a zone. Bro, the other guy that he's running into that zone with has a guy already. You think you think he's gonna give up this home run play and pass it off to Javon Holland? Come on, bro. Are you kidding me? You stay with that man. You stay with him. That's not a complete pass. Cater Kohu should have stopped and came back. But why is a corner going to give up a go route to a safety instead of staying on him like glue? That our safety or our corners coach, Sam Madison, Patrick Surtain. Those guys were two of the best corners in the business. They know, they are teaching this guy so well. Undrafted rookie free agent out of Texas A&M Commerce. Cater Kohu did the right thing here. He stayed with his man. If he gave him up, now you're counting on, you're giving up your glue coverage. You're giving up your sure coverage to a safety that might not have the coverage. Now, Javon Holland, love the man. Absolute monster of a player, but you don't give up your man to a guy that's 10 yards away who's running in a straight line. You guys are running in a straight line. You're supposed to give up a guy running 10 yards away from you? No. Now, Holland was there. Cater stayed with him. That's good on Cater. Roberts, be better. Debo in motion once again, shifts the linebackers, just torches that hole. Eric Rose playing linebacker, bro. This is bro. Put Channing Tindall or something there. Like, for the love of God, please take this man off the field. Y'all want to see why I say take this man off the field? Run straight into a block. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. The hole is there. The hole is there. The hole is there. The hole is there. Now, I get there's another hole here, but that's clogged up by... That's why. The hole was here. Now you have Atlanta Roberts one-on-one with a guard. Who's going to win that? That's also a holding call, by the way. Would love to point that out. When you grab someone from the side, officials, you were bad. Great tackle here by Holland. Really was. There we go. Now we got my guy Gink in here. They ran it on the complete opposite side of him. They did it with a heavy package. Oh, you still have Eric Rowe playing. Oh, Why do this to me? Y'all want to see? They run it straight at the man. I guess he does a decent job here. Oh, I scratch what I just said. He did not do a decent job there. He ran into the back of friggin' Trent Williams here. Bro. Now he's trying to punch it out. Sure, whatever. It's over. Such a good play. Such a good play. Athletic freak! Jacob, you hear me? Athletic freak. Jacob says that this man has no athleticism. Look at this man here. Now look, no side to side speed? Sir, he just went 3 yards in a step. Side to side. Dove underneath the guard there and got the sack. Just a beautiful play by Ginkel. Van Ginkel. My man Gink. Now Zeeler, I love you. Hey, the man. Holland's got to get that. Holland's got to get that, bro. So we see why the play stayed alive. We'll see why he's wide open here. So we're obviously all watching the quarterback. We obviously all watching Holland here. This is what we really don't see live, though. So we already know Holland's there. This is the man that comes free. So we'll watch this guy up here. Up on the top. Watch our buddy Ayuk. We're in zone coverage. That's all I gotta say. Alright. We're in zone coverage with Raekwon Davis being the one that has Ayuk on this one. I mentioned earlier, guys. Okay. The Dolphins have, they're dropping back Christian Wilkins. They're dropping back Jalen Phillips. They're dropping back Bradley Chubb. Like, yeah, that's great for fooling the defense when they throw over the middle. And I get in this case, you're sending Holland off the edge here. Holland doesn't get there. Gives him the opportunity to roll out. Raekwon Davis ain't staying with Ayuk, bro. Raekwon Davis ain't staying with Ayuk. He does good. Yeah, by the way, Xavier Howard is playing safety on that. Just want to let y'all know. So it worked. This was 4th down, by the way, guys. 4th down. 4th down on the 40. 39. But yeah. The 4th down on the 39. Send an all-out blitz. Collins right there. Gets in his face. Makes him throw it to Ayuk again. Now, he had McCaffrey over the middle, but he couldn't get to that read. When you have a guy like that in your face and you can't get away, you're throwing it to your first read or you're throwing it away. Threw it to his first read. Xavier got his first interception of the season. Now, I really wish he just batted this down, because instead of getting it at the 40, we got it at the 20. Did a good job with the stunts, though, on this. Earlier in the season, I was discrediting Josh Boyer a lot for the lack of stunts. We didn't run a lot of stunts at the beginning of the year. We're running a lot more now, and it's succeeding. Like Bradley Chubb, stunt. Christian Wilkins, stunt. Phillips, literally because of the other two stunts, just breaks right through him. Holland's right there. Just a great catch. He really just wanted his first pick of the season. And I get that. It's on the 19 instead of the 39, though. It's a 29-yard difference. Makes it up on the one play. Gets it to Craycraft, former 49er. First read wasn't there. He was about to throw it to him. Second read wasn't there. And then he reloads and gets it to Craycraft on an angle where he can catch it. Goes down almost immediately. Craycraft stopped his route, which was actually good by him to be able to. He just sat in the zone so he can get the ball to him. This is one of our 8 rushes all game long. They go in absolutely nowhere. Now on run plays, I like to look at this angle because you can see a lot more of what goes on. Smite's in motion. Craycraft is running a route. This looks like almost like an RPO. No, it's not. Just a straight run play. Missed block. He hasn't. He has Boza. It's really just that missed block by who is that? Is that Jones or Little that missed that block? That would be Robert Jones. Just got thrown to the side like a rag doll. Liam Eichenberg here is now Robert Jones is a better pass protector by himself. Liam Eichenberg is a better pass protector when he has Tron Armstead next to him. It doesn't really make sense to y'all, but Armstead really brings up what guards and tackles do is that they pretty much pass the defender to each other. So when Eichenberg can pass the defender to Armstead and get back to, whoever else is coming, he's good. But when he can't pass that defender off, then he gets beat, thrown on his back. But in the run game, Eichenberg is really good. He doesn't get thrown to the side here. We're gonna have a lot of I think we're gonna have some good run plays once he comes back. What didn't make sense to me is why Robert Hunt pulled over here. I guess it's to fake it out. So you pull your guard over there to kind of fake out the defense. I get that. Was that on Hill or it was a high ball? I want to see this angle. Yeah. That's on Tua. That's just a miss on Tua. He hits Hill there. That's a good ball. But that just wasn't a good ball. He has to hit him there. Mostert's motioning out here. No time. Everybody's covered. No time. Let's see what broke down on the offensive line here. Connor doesn't get any push. Looks like these guys are all holding up decent. Seki went out for a run. So it looks like it came from the middle there. Let's see this again. They ran a stunt. Connor Williams has to be able to. So this is where having. So these. This is where having 2 starters out right here makes a big difference. Because Connor Williams should be able to pass this guy off to Robert Jones. since Robert Jones just passed off this guy to Greg Little. So at that point, he can get back to Nick Bosa. He can't get back. Also, Robert Hunt got beat, but yeah. Apples and oranges. Morstead had a couple bad punts in this game. I don't know what... That was a bad punt, bro. This wasn't good. Had a good bounce to it. But when you're punting from, where he did and only getting it to the 25, it's not a good punt. Honestly, the only reason to get it to the 25, the ball itself to land on the 25, you better be punting from like your own end zone. I'm sorry. But like, yeah, I'm sorry. No. You should be booming it. Gotta get him down. You had him behind the line of scrimmage. This is another drive that really started to get me going, and I'll let you guys go after this drive here because it's getting a little late. But like you have him, like, don't dip down that far. Like I can't really fault him. He almost had the tackle, but you had to keep it. Is that Cater? Yeah, that was Cater. Kohu missed the tackle there. So it ends up second short rather than second and extra long. Melvin Ingram, gotta get him down there. Once again, it's just missed tackles. There's a flag thrown. I believe it was on us because they ended up further down the field. Come on. See, this doesn't even want to cooperate. It wants me to end stream. Gotta get him down right there. But I understand not getting him down. Alright. Guess we're just skipping ahead. Cool. Okay, we're gonna skip ahead again. They were bringing a lot of pressure from what I remember this drive. No, playing a lot of zone. I hate playing zone, bro. I hate it. If you're not good at it, don't play it. I like the man-to-man coverage. Our defensive line is so good. Our linebackers are good at run stopping. Not much else. They're good tacklers. That ball got away from him. Didn't they score a touchdown on this drive? He just absolutely sailed that over Ayuk, who actually was open. Yeah. So, third down, long, just wide open once again. Let's look at this to why. You guys want to see why he is wide open? I sure do. He's right here. Looks like Eric Rowe has him. Oh man, get him off the field. I don't want to see him on the field for the rest of the season. I want to see him inactive. I'd rather Igbo guard this man. I'd rather Igbo play safety than Eric Rowe. Yes, I said it. The man is running at half speed. He goes on Twitter after being inactive because he can't play special teams because he can't tackle. Let's just watch him for, you know, shits and giggles. Excuse my language. Oh, this is where the ghost, another ghost call came from, I think. Yeah, I don't know about that. You know, Debo just goes, "Oh, hey, what's up, guys?" You guys want to see the other angle of it? Down here. I'm sorry, you want to tell me how that's pass interference? Someone tell me how that's pass interference! Now, once again, guys, I can't blame the refs for this loss. But that was either a second or third down. The other one was a third down. It led to a touchdown. They're on the 30. You're talking about a field goal versus a touchdown. You're talking about 4 points. 4 points on the board here. You just gave him a brand new set of downs with that call. And literally, it was thrown after Debo goes like this. That flag was not thrown until Debo goes, "Oh, hey, there you go, Debo." Pathetic. 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 That's not pass interference, bro. Not the reason we lost. I'm not making excuses. I'm saying the refs lost the game. But my God, they were awful this game. It's one thing to miss a holding call on a 2-yard rush. It's another thing to, you know, miss a holding call on, you know, a 10-yard completion. And the hold was like, you know, but it's a whole different thing to call a pass interference when there was none. Defensive penalties are always more harmful than offensive penalties. Offensive penalties, you typically get the a retry of your down, and you get to, you know, make up the yards. So instead of 1st and 10, or instead of 2nd and 10, now you're 1st and 20. So say you missed that completion completely. Now you're 1st and 10, or 1st and 20 rather than 2nd and 10. You can get that 10-yard completion, be back at 2nd and 10. You can get a 15-yard completion, be at 2nd and 5, rather than be at 2nd and 10. So there's very good, there's more possibilities for you to make up yardage on offensive penalties than there is on defensive penalties. So like to make the mistake of calling a bad defensive penalty rather than calling a bad offensive penalty, I'd much rather you have a ghost holding call on offense on us than have a ghost defensive pass interference. Now this is just unacceptable here. And we'll see from the other angle. Just unacceptable, bro. Unacceptable. Gets it? Now, once again, and then we're forced to call a timeout here. Actually, no. Surprisingly, didn't get called for 12 men. They did a good play of getting pressure here. Y'all heard what I just said? I did not mean what I said. They did a good job in coverage here, except for leaving Kittle open. He tries to thread this needle. He had Kittle open. The ball was there. McCaffrey dropped it. But once again, you're on the 2-yard line, bro. I'm sorry. If you want to drop people into coverage, if you want to drop your linebackers into coverage, don't have Chubb and like Chubb and Jalen Phillips are not guys that are going to get you off the, like get you an interception. Not gonna guard a linebacker down the line. Give me 1 sec, guys. Hello?
Why do you insist on leaving Luna outside?
She's not outside.
It's late.
She's not outside.
Where is she?
She's in the crate.